How rich will you become if you invest $1,000 in Cardano ADA today? Shocking results. What if you invest $1,000 in Cardano today? In this video, we'll look at the potential of Cardano and what would happen if you invested $1,000 in Cardano today. We'll briefly look at what Cardano even is, where it's currently standing, and what it's aiming to do in the future. And in the end, we'll look at some price predictions, both conservative, realistic, and a bit more optimistic. This will give you a good picture of what kind of wealth you could achieve with $1,000, or where you could get in the mid and long term. So watch the video till the end, because today's video is going to be the bomb. Welcome to Cardano Land, your daily dose of Cardano. If you're interested in everything around Cardano, this is the place for you. Subscribe if you want to stay updated with all the Cardano news, predictions, and stay one step ahead in the crypto world. Make sure to hit the like button for us to provide you with more Cardano news. Don't forget to enable all notifications to join our weekly cash giveaway pinned in the comments. Before we get to our topic, let's take a look at the chart and see what the price of ADA is doing on the 16th of October, shall we? Cardano ADA broke and closed below the support line of the symmetrical triangle on October 12th. This suggests that the uncertainty of the past few days has resolved in favor of the bears. The bulls will try to push the price back above the 20-day EMA, $2.21, but if they fail, the ADA USDT pair could drop to $1.87. This is a critical level to monitor because if it breaks down, the decline may extend to $1.63. The 20-day EMA has started to turn down, and the RSI has dropped below 44, indicating advantage to the bears. This negative perspective will be invalidated if bulls push and sustain the pair above the resistance line of the triangle. Now let's get back to the topic. Cardano is a proof-of-stake blockchain platform, the first to be founded on a peer-reviewed research and developed through evidence-based methods. So that's the important part. First of all, it's a blockchain platform. Now the main difference to, for instance, Bitcoin is that Cardano is proof-of-stake and Bitcoin is proof-of-work. That's a major and very important difference, and the reason why Cardano is often called the green coin. And that's because the proof-of-stake mechanism doesn't require a lot of energy to build new blocks. One last reason for excitement before we get into some price predictions is the transactions per second. So this has always been an issue with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Cardano aims to make this much more efficient and much faster. When Cardano was first tested in 2017, it was able to process as much as 257 transactions per second. As a comparison, Bitcoin can only process about 4.6 transactions per second, while Ethereum can process about 15 to 20 transactions per second. Cardano wants to scale that even more with a second layer solution, and then they aim to go for about 1,000 transactions per second. And that should be Hydra, is that second layer solution, and that should be developed around 2022. Now let's look at how much you could make if you invested $1,000 in Cardano today. But first, we'll look at 3 price predictions. First one is a more conservative price prediction, second one is realistic, third one is pretty optimistic. So the way we'll go about that is to look at past history. Now, because Cardano has only been around since 2017, we'll have to look at Bitcoin to get a better picture. So let's look at past price action, and what you can see, what's usually happening, is we look at the last bull run. So the last bull run, Bitcoin went almost to $20,000. And if we look at the possible boom before that, that was in January 2014. It went up to about $1,000. So as you can see, between the last full run in 2013 to 2014 and the next one in 2017, Bitcoin has jumped about 20 times. So it has been about 20 times higher than during the last all-time high. So we'll just assume similar numbers for Cardano during this bull run. So we'll look at the last bull run in 2017, and what you can see is what the all-time high has been at. So on certain edge exchanges, it went up to about $1.10 US. So if we look at it now, it's sitting at about $2.20 US. But now if we look at that and if we assume that it has a similar action during this program that Bitcoin had so far in the possible runs, then if we look at a 20 times as well, then the very optimistic scenario would be that Cardano would go to $22 by the end of this bull run, which is estimated to arrive in about January of next year. So this is a very optimistic scenario. I'm not saying this is absolutely going to happen. I'm pretty sure that Cardano will reach $22 at some point in time, but maybe not as near as next January. Now, what's a more realistic scenario is that it will make 15 times off of the last all-time high. So let's say it was at 3.10 US dollars during the last all-time high. Then 15 times from there would be 16.50 US dollars. And that's what I could see realistically to happen for Cardano until the end of the year, or until January, until this bull run is over. And now, last but not least, let's look at the conservative estimation in price prediction. And that would be a simple $10. So if we assume that it had only gone to 2.10 US dollars back in January 2018, then that wouldn't even be a 10 times from here. So if it's at a 2.20 US dollars right now, which is what it was when I calculated it, and you buy $1,000 worth of Cardano, you get about 454 Cardano. So let's assume Cardano goes to 10 US dollars by the end of the year. If that happens, then your $1,000 worth of Cardano will be 4,540 US dollars by the end of the year. But that's not all, because you can also stake your Cardano and get a reward of about 5% per year. Is Cardano worth buying? 2 years ago, Cardano had a price of 10 cents. If you had invested $1,000 at that point, you would have gotten 10,000 ADA. At the time of this recording, Cardano's price is $2.20. Your original $1,000 investment would now be worth $22,000. That's a return of 2,100%. There's no shortage of reasons to like Cardano. The founder is well respected by crypto enthusiasts. It's sustainable because of its low energy usage, it has all kinds of potential real-world uses, and isn't one of the many cryptocurrencies that are reliant on hype. It's also simple enough to buy, as it's available on many top cryptocurrency exchanges. None of that means that Cardano is guaranteed to succeed, but they are all points in its favor. Assuming you're in a stable place financially, you already contribute regularly to a retirement fund, and you're looking for a cryptocurrency investment, then Cardano is worth checking out. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Also, we would like to mention that this is not a channel intended specifically to provide financial advice, and we do not ask you to invest in any company. This is merely a channel directed towards bringing educational content to your doorsteps. With that in mind, before you invest in anything, we recommend you do thorough, wide-spectrum research on the topic. And make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time on Cardano Land. Bye!